A new week is about to begin, and Times Beyond the Gates Times is gearing up to deliver a series of events that will keep viewers glued to the screen as secrets from the past come to light, relationships teeter on the brink of collapse, and seemingly inevitable confrontations loom large. Who will reveal the truth, and who will be backed into a corner, and might any character pull off a surprise turnaround? Let's explore the most compelling predictions for the week of August 1721, 2026. Heather has finally revealed herself to Andre. After a period of sending him mysterious messages and gifts, she meets him in person. Andre is visibly tense as she is a woman linked to the past he is trying to hide. Heather is attempting to pull him back into that history. She isn't just looking for conversation, she is making a move on him at a time when his marriage to Danny is already fraught with problems, and she intends to force him into a sexual encounter. Meanwhile, Vernon goes to the hospital to confront Bill about his true intentions regarding Danny, specifically whether he wants to reconcile with his daughter. The dangerous encounter between Heather and Andre is unfolding just as Vernon puts his plan to protect Danny from Bill into motion. These two secrets could collide as Vernon digs into the Bill-Danny situation and the hidden past shared by Andre and Heather threatens to come to light. A tense showdown looms between Haley and Danny over who truly holds the upper hand regarding Bill and the Hamilton family. Danny hasn't fully let go of Bill, and she has already clashed with Haley multiple times. Haley holds the advantage of being Bill's current wife. She constantly acts as the gatekeeper to him and interferes in matters concerning him, which increasingly tries Danny's patience. However, Danny possesses a different advantage. The Dupree family is beginning to grow suspicious of Haley. The cousins scrutinizing inconsistencies in Haley's story could prove far more dangerous than a direct verbal confrontation. Bill's fragile health intensifies the struggle for control surrounding him. Having previously been hospitalized, his condition remains the focal point of the conflict. Currently, Haley holds the positional advantage, but Danny has the potential to turn the tables. Haley claims the status of current wife and attempts to control the situation around Bill. But Danny possesses what Haley lacks: family ties, a shared history with Bill, and allies who are beginning to view Haley with suspicion. Haley might be winning the immediate war of words, but Danny could gain the upper hand if she exposes what Haley is hiding. Haley may hold the ring, but Danny holds the pieces needed to break Haley's grip, and that is precisely why this showdown is so compelling. Bill is known for his flirtatious nature, but he may come to regret this clash between his wives as it threatens to back him into a corner. Ashley is becoming increasingly wary of Haley. Haley's actions and the way she has handled matters involving Bill have eroded Ashley's trust in her. Ashley previously stood by Naomi during her crisis, whereas Haley has repeatedly stirred up family tension. Relations between Haley and the family have also deteriorated significantly. She tried to poison Bill's opinion of Tomas and clashed with both Naomi and Tomas. This confrontation could prove particularly perilous for Haley as Ashley is drawing closer to Naomi and Grayson, leaving Haley under pressure from multiple sides. Ashley is no longer merely a passive observer. She has begun to question Haley's actions regarding Bill and the Dupree family. With Carlton speaking to Ted and Nicole updating Vanessa, news of Kial's new role in the therapist's life is likely to spread this week. Ted is well aware of the history between Nicole and Carlton, so Carlton's decision to initiate a conversation with him might make Ted realize just how special Kial has become to Nicole. Vanessa has long been close to Nicole regarding her romantic life and is familiar with the dynamics involving Nicole, Carlton, and Kial. Consequently, the news about Kial may soon cease to be a private matter between just the two of them. It began to spread to those closest to Nicole, including Ted and Vanessa. Kial had actually moved beyond the status of merely the new guy quite some time ago. Nicole had even brought Kial to the Dupree family's Easter brunch, even while her relationship with Carlton remained charged with emotion and history. The Nicole Kial dynamic evolved from a private romance into a matter that Nicole's family and friends had to acknowledge. Ted would be observing just how serious Nicole was about Kial, while Vanessa might serve as a confidant or help Nicole confront the choice between the security offered by Carlton and the fresh allure of Kial. Nicole would experience an unexpected reaction that forced her to reevaluate her feelings toward Kial, proving the situation was far from settled. Kial was shifting from being just the new man in Nicole's life to someone whom Ted, Vanessa, and those around her could no longer overlook. Shanice had seen a great deal during her time at the nursing station, but she and Ted had reached a pivotal moment in their relationship, a major milestone. Ted had repeatedly surprised Shanice with his words and decisions regarding their future. One particular admission from him left her stunned. As Shanice began making plans for the future, her story shifted from the initial dating phase toward more serious decisions. Ted would make a request that forced Shanice to consider just how far she wanted the relationship to go. Notably, Shanice was a pragmatic person who strictly maintained professional boundaries. Thus, a proposal involving commitment, a shared future, or a life-altering change would catch her far more off guard than any hospital-related request. After Ted openly declared his feelings, Shanice moved beyond merely reacting to him and began actively contemplating her own future, signaling an emotional turning point where she had to decide if she was ready to enter a new chapter with him. Ted and Shanice have moved beyond the casual dating stage. They have reached a significant milestone in their relationship, and Shanice has even turned to Nicole for a candid conversation about Ted. Kial is trying to help her son Noah get settled. Noah had previously been hired for a management position at the free clinic, though his true passion remains music and he lacks enthusiasm for the job. Through her relationship with Kial, Nicole has become an increasingly influential figure in Noah's life, actively treating him as someone important to Kial. She recently told Kial that she wants to make some changes in their relationship. Jacob wants to make amends and reassure Naomi that she remains his top priority. Instead of merely offering apologies or words of encouragement, he is planning a surprise gift for her. He has enlisted Grayson and Ashley to help prepare it, turning the effort into a secret mission shared by the three of them. Ashley is a natural choice to assist Jacob, given her close friendship with Naomi, while Grayson can help with the logistics of the surprise. For Jacob, the most important aspect is not the value of the gift itself, but demonstrating that he puts their marriage and Naomi first, especially following the stress surrounding her health issues. Jacob and Naomi had previously spent an anniversary apart, but they have since found a way to reconnect. Vernon has special plans for his wife, but they are about to be disrupted. He and Anita are navigating a delicate period due to her health condition. They had previously shared romantic moments, including one romantic night interrupted by Kat and Martin. Vernon, along with Danny and Nicole, awaits the results of Anita's lumpectomy. The couple then receives major news regarding Naomi. She carries the BRCA gene. This news catches them off guard, forcing them to address a new family issue rather than focusing solely on their own plans. Vernon also acts as a protector and advisor within the family, urging Bill to take his health seriously, even as the family grapples with a succession of serious developments. Anita's health, the news about Naomi, and ongoing issues involving their children and grandchildren make it difficult for Vernon to find a peaceful moment with his wife. Bill and Ted grow closer through shared memories of the past. Both are experiencing turbulence in their health and romantic lives. Bill is facing health and relationship upheavals, while Ted is dealing with his own conflicts. Their shared memories serve as a bridge between them. After a family incident, they begin to communicate more openly, revisiting past experiences and realizing they had viewed the same events differently. This fosters a newfound trust. This shift potentially alters how they perceive Danny, Nicole, and their own past failed marriages. Both men are deeply involved in Nicole's life and her emotional struggles. Ted has a complex history with her, while Bill is a major influence within the family circle. Ted is well aware of Bill's romantic troubles, even as he navigates his own relationship issues. Both of them have repeatedly faced family crises together, particularly those involving Nicole, Kat, Danny, and Eva. Ted and Bill have both been present during hospital visits and serious family health emergencies. While Bill reflects on past relationships, Ted must also confront the choices and consequences associated with his own former relationships. Nicole is forced to confront her own emotions rather than simply choosing between Kial and Carlton. There's a clear emotional intimacy between Nicole and Kial. Kial had previously supported her during a crisis, and she had confided in him about her private feelings. A pivotal moment occurs when Kial learns that Ted and Shanice have deepened their romantic connection. Nicole, initially unaware of this, is surprised to find herself reacting more strongly than she expected. Kial bluntly asks whether she regrets her past marriage to Ted or still hopes for a reconciliation. Thus, self-reflection in Kial's presence becomes a process of Nicole asking herself, does she truly want to build a new future with Kial, or does she still harbor lingering feelings for Ted and her past life? Significantly, Kial does not pressure Nicole to make an immediate choice. Instead, he acts as a catalyst for her to be honest with herself. This aligns with her earlier decision to seek romantic advice from Danny. Kial serves as a mirror for Nicole. The closer she grows to him, the more she realizes she has not fully resolved her feelings regarding Ted. The central conflict is not a matter of choosing between the two men, but rather Nicole determining what she truly wants before she can move forward with Kial. Eva and Isaiah have endured a very stressful period, particularly following Eva's serious health crises. Isaiah faced the prospect of losing Eva and received support from Andre during that time. Following the transplant, their relationship showed signs of stabilizing. Isaiah remained by her side, and the two shared tender moments as she recovered. However, Eva felt the need to renegotiate the terms of their relationship. She no longer wanted to rely solely on affection, but sought to establish clear boundaries and expectations. She wanted Isaiah to prove he was truly ready to walk this path with her after everything she had been through, staying out of genuine commitment rather than mere pity or a reaction to the health crisis. Questions remained regarding her vision for their future, the depth of Isaiah's long-term commitment, and whether the turmoil surrounding the Hawthorne and Thomas families would continue to intrude upon their relationship. Chelsea found herself haunted by a past trauma she had never truly overcome. She began to realize that she needed to confront an old psychological wound rather than simply addressing current conflicts. Chelsea had weathered numerous upheavals involving her family, Bill, and her marriage, while Madison also admitted to hoping for a family reconciliation. Chelsea consistently sided with Naomi and Madison, forming a united front, yet this created tension with Kat. Her choices often irritated Kat, signaling that her personal issues remained unresolved. She was drawn back into the conflict involving Bill, Haley, and Naomi. With Bill caught between the three women, Chelsea's old emotions threatened to resurface. She seemed to recognize that her intense reactions to certain people and situations stemmed not just from current events, but from an old, unhealed trauma. Therefore, instead of continuing to fight back or try to control the situation, Chelsea might have to acknowledge that some of her actions stem from unhealed pain. A tug of war has developed between Haley and Danny while Bill's health hangs by a thread. Bill has just suffered a severe health crisis requiring hospitalization, a situation that threw the entire family into a panic. This is no longer a mere bout of ill health. Bill's condition has become the most vulnerable point in the entire conflict. Haley is losing her grip on the situation regarding Bill. She wants to dictate who has access to her husband, whereas Bill increasingly makes it clear that he still wants Danny in his life. Bill has asked to see Danny, a request that infuriates Haley. Danny, for her part, is no longer willing to stay on the sideline. She openly asserts her right to be by Bill's side in Haley's presence, escalating the confrontation between the two women. It is not simply a case of two women fighting over a man. Danny is increasingly realizing that Haley takes issue with her presence in Bill's life, while Haley is well aware that Danny has the power to pull Bill back into the past and cause him to question his current marriage. Danny had previously tried to move on, but Bill's health crisis drew her back in. Consequently, every time Danny draws near to Bill, Haley feels her control slipping away. The most dangerous aspect is that Bill is being pulled in two directions at once. Physically, he is weakening, and his current health crisis threatens to expose Haley's scheme. The more Haley tries to control Bill, the more reason Danny has to be by his side. The more Danny appears, the more Haley loses control. Meanwhile, with his health failing, Bill is rapidly approaching the moment when he can no longer avoid making a choice. Suspecting Heather of harboring ill intentions toward Vanessa, Joey has ordered his people to coordinate with Randy in monitoring her around the clock and cross-referencing their observations. Randy was already tracking Heather's activities and had previously briefed Joey on her movements. Notably, Randy remains unaware of the full truth about Heather. He had suspected she might be working for the Impaler, whereas she times the Impaler. Her appearance at the DMV has provided a new lead. Randy is now questioning whom she is looking for, what documents or information she seeks, and what her next move might be, prompting him to keep an even closer watch on her. He may be inching toward a dangerous truth. Heather did not return to the DMV merely for personal business. Her interactions with Vanessa suggest an attempt to infiltrate Joey's inner circle, while Joey remains convinced she is pursuing a secret agenda. Heather has admitted to wanting to get close to Vanessa, but denies having any ulterior motives. The more Randy monitors Heather, the greater the risk he will discover her true identity as the Impaler, a secret Joey already knows, but Randy has yet to fully grasp. Madison finds herself caught between conflicting accounts. Each side presents a different version of the same situation, making it difficult for her to discern who is telling the truth. This is far from an ordinary conversation. The conflicting accounts provided by these two adversaries may force Madison to reevaluate what she thought she knew. Randy observes Heather and Andre as the latter issues a threat. Madison is about to hear two opposing versions of a story, and notably, both sources are people who have clashed with her. This situation will likely mark the beginning of Madison's quest to determine who is manipulating the narrative or concealing the truth. Heather is the target of Andre's threat. Andre has been tormented by an anonymous gift, messages, and secret meetings. Heather has returned to tie up loose ends while Vanessa grows increasingly suspicious of her true intentions. Andre is rattled by signs pointing to Heather, while Danny begins to notice Andre's dishonesty. Andre is also contending with Bill and the secrets surrounding Danny. He isn't merely threatening a stranger. He is trying to silence someone before a secret from the past comes to light, and Heather is the most likely person to expose it. Andre realizes Heather is getting too close to a secret involving Danny or his own past relationships. He warns her that if she keeps digging or meddles with Danny, he will reveal something she wants kept hidden. Heather is undeterred by Andre. She retorts that she too possesses information capable of ruining him. Both hold a secret card to use against the other. Heather is revealed to be the Impaler, a figure with her own organization in London and various underground dealings. Vanessa really should have told Heather that the slot machines stopped dispensing coins years ago. In fact, it had long been established that Joey's casino didn't even have slot machines. The venue focused primarily on poker and other forms of gambling. Vanessa is becoming increasingly wary of Heather as she still harbors unanswered questions about her. Both Vanessa and Heather possess the looks, confidence, and stature to command attention. Yet, beneath that glamorous exterior lies a highly suspicious dynamic. Vanessa has yet to uncover the full truth about Heather. She is not merely Joey's sister returning home. She brings with her a private network of operations, and by remaining close to Joey, Vanessa risks being drawn ever deeper into Heather's world. Vanessa is beginning to see Heather in a new light, realizing that the casino story is merely a glossy facade masking a much larger secret.